if you look at someone with dedication.
When some people say, if you're hey.
You're muted.
Don't say no. I came here, I seen a Tommy G video. I was like, oh man, at least I can get this nigga at least one reaction. You know what I'm saying? Bro.
What do you want to know about this answer?
Oh my god, bro.
Tell me about what you feel emotionally during an interrogation.
Anger. You're looking at humans as an information source, and if you really think about it, that's all a human being is.
Exactly.
The more you fight, the harder you breathe. And the harder you breathe, the more your body demands oxygen.
I don't know who willingly, like no exaggeration, no. Who willingly wants to be put to the test on how to die? Like, is that one guy on TikTok who be what is it called, motorboating, when you like put a mask on and put the water in your face? There's one guy on TikTok who does that. I don't understand it, and you wouldn't do this. Let's be honest. You wouldn't do this.
I did that.
Bring your feet.
You're a liar.
Stay in that position.
You've given me 3 answers to this one
The
simple question.
waterboarding
Why
shit,
would
no
I
joke.
waste my time with another question?
I'm trying to stream one day.
Try this at home?
Absolutely not. Do not try anything you see depicted in this video at home.
You can't drown, but it feels like you are.
I'm gonna try it.
Have you ever wondered what it's like to be interrogated at a CIA black site? Well, I certainly have, and to find out what it's really like, I volunteered to experience it for myself. For my interrogators, I recruited former CIA agent Andrew Bustamante and ex-Blackwater mercenary Trevor Fortner to teach
I heard that
me
first
the
guy before.
most commonly used enhanced interrogation techniques. I then rented a scary-looking kidnapping van and warehouse in Milwaukee, and I invited my friend, podcaster Julian Dory, to share in the suffering alongside me. Enhanced interrogation techniques, or EITs, have been some of the most controversial methods the United States has used in the war on terror. These tactics were designed after 9/11 by 2 psychologists, James Mitchell and Bruce Jessen, under the premise that techniques which avoid permanent physical harm are not considered torture. EITs were used by the CIA from 2002 until President Obama banned them with an executive order in
Y'all can
2009
thank me
due
for
to the
this
growing
stream,
consensus
BTW.
that these methods violate human rights, international law,
This had nothing to do with you. Actually, because Jay says I'm about staying in the hood forever with no dedication.
and do not actually produce reliable intelligence, and allegedly they are no longer in use today. So folks, join me now in a CIA black site simulation. Disclaimer, do not try this at home. These scenes are simulations performed by trained professionals with years of experience and a nurse on site. All participants in this video are friends in real life and consenting adults. Quick announcement, boys, it's time to go guns blazing into the
Niggas never
summer, so
give
we
credit
launched a
where
shirt
it's
to
due.
represent that. Available in moss green and brown. It's time to
Yo,
gear
John
up and be
P.S., thanks for the
certified
roses.
big dog. These shirts and others available at TommyGMcGee.com.
And I will never give you props for that.
We are about to pick up Julian Dory.
Slow
Julian
down,
Dory
you
is serving
inhaling
as an
TS.
American citizen to show what it would look like if a U.S. citizen was picked up by authorities for any kind of intensive questioning. When you see this,
Niggas already gone now.
that means it's go time. And when you guys see this, that means it's go now.
I thought that was a radical sign.
What's up, everybody? This is Julian Dory. I'm coming to you live. We are covering the Kia Boy story. Now,
Yo, Aspina, get the hiccups.
Julian Dory?
yeah.
I'm good.
Up to you, sir.
I'm a different breed. They doing this with the door open? Come on, they ruin her. Nigga, shut up.
We're about to go pick up Tommy, and we've set up a scenario where Tommy thinks that he's going to
What's
be
this we
interviewing
watching?
several people locally as
Well,
one of his
that got
normal
a whole camera crew. Niggas gonna think it's a movie.
You're right. This How to Survive CIA Enhanced Interrogations
Before
with Tommy
he
G.
goes to a different location to get snatched. Instead, we're gonna snatch him in the middle of the interview in front of a watching audience so we can see how they react and so that we can get the jump on Tommy.
What you mean how they react? If I'm there and I'm watching niggas get snatched up by a group of other people I don't know,
Guys, we're
I'm walking all the way.
Milwaukee, talking about some controversial issues. Guys, can I get your take on?
Nigga, I'm mad at my business. I don't know nothing that's going on. Y'all going to stay over there. Bro, don't snatch me next. No cap though. Unless it's a fine shit. Unless it's a fine shit, what they kidnap me? Do it.
What's happening in Los Angeles right now?
Coco Jones want to do it? She can do it.
Heard anything much about it. We're from the UK, so.
Do you have any takes on what's happening in Los Angeles right now?
Oh, it's horrible. All this property's being destroyed.
Are you worried that this might usher in the beginning of a
What is?
state where database is kept? Your name, your home address.
We're already on a database.
About 15 feet back to our 5 o'clock.
You guys take position behind him.
It's up to us.
So, are you afraid of a company like Palantir coming in here and eroding our freedoms?
You know, I don't know a whole lot about Palantir, but
The counterpoint, one more question. The counterpoint is some people say,
And when you guys see this, that means it's go now.
hey! What the feds? Come on, lawyer! Dan Adams! Who is that?
It's How to Survive CIA Enhanced Interrogation.
Dick. What the are you doing here? What is this, 50 Shades of Grey?
Nah, he can't get hit. He overly freaky though.
Hey, let me get my shoes off, my Crocs! Hey!
If you continue to resist, I'll add more restraint.
3 minutes to destination.
3 minutes.
It was only a few minutes in and things were not looking good. I was zip tied, there was a knee on my back that was making my breathing more difficult, and already a creeping sense of powerlessness was setting in.
They trying to stretch the nigga out. What? Let me keep watching. I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
Standing.
That's trying
Plmont
to keep
PL
fighting.
logo.
Yes, sir.
All the way down.
It was quite the first date.
Why? Tommy, put your head in the corner. Step your feet back.
Just walking on my feet. You just say please next time.
Don't mind me, I'm trying to learn this Twitch shit.
But you so old. You just an old young nigga. Like, it's crazy.
Stop.
Why they put him in the corner? Like niggas a timeout or something.
They call me Grunkle MP.
Nobody calls you that, nigga. Nobody calls you that. I promise you, nobody calls you that.
My name is Andrew Bustamante, and I'm a former clandestine CIA intelligence officer. I served with CIA from 2007 to 2014. When I was with the military, I learned
NBS
about
Ask
an
Saf.
introduction to interrogation. And then when I was with the CIA,
Nope, Saf a
I
liar.
became part of multiple teams that were engaged in debriefing hostile intelligence targets from terrorist organizations. Some of those operations included enhanced interrogation briefings.
Room is closed. Lean back. Stay in this position.
Oh!
Why are you doing this?
Quiet.
Plmont streamer.
I didn't sign up for this Craigslist ad.
You need AL version of
All
that
these
carrot.
techniques you see are outlined in a top secret CIA.
Yeah, no, I ain't doing
handbook.
that.
While much of it is redacted, we can show you some
Is
of
that
the
crazy for
basics
real?
approved for use, like facial holds, stress positions,
Nigga, I'm human. I gotta do what I gotta do.
facial and belly slaps, and use of cold. These methods are delivered in a calculated manner designed to bring a detainee to such a level of discomfort that they want nothing more than for it to end. And what I want to draw your attention to is how pages
Sitting on the
46
toilet?
through 67 are
That's
redacted,
uncomfortable?
leaving me to wonder what could possibly be worse than waterboarding, mock executions, or being shackled for days.
Stand.
Now, because we're trying to keep Tommy safe and we're trying to abide by YouTube principles, we've let him remain in his underpants. Otherwise, if this was a true interrogation, we would have stripped him down fully.
Oh, it get like that. Zip ties, bob wires. What is it? Zip ties?
They couldn't just pull them down.
You gotta do this.
What? What you mean? No. You still gotta see him fully. Oh, you talking about his pants? Oh no, man. Right? Why didn't they just do that? That makes no sense. Nigga, they just being extra. They just being extra. That did just make no sense.
Lift your head up.
Loudly crying face, loudly crying
My name
face,
is
loudly
Trevor
crying
Fortner. I
face,
spent 12
loudly
years
crying
in the United
face.
States Navy. 3 of those was with an Army Green Beret counterterrorism team. About 4 years with Blackwater, and then 4 years working for the United Arab Emirates Presidential Guard.
Sit tight, gentlemen. We have both of our captives in custody. We have put them into a position where they do not have
He's like he just
control
such
over
why he's
their
in
own
why he's in the
movement or
army or
their own
something.
location. This is part of a psychological breaking down process to prepare them for what we're going to do with them next. We're going to move them into a series of stress positions. Those stress positions are positions that are unnatural to the body.
I'm not gonna lie. I need to find out these positions. So the next relationship I get in, my nigga, she pissed me off. I'm like, let's try a new sex position. She think it's a sex position. Bitch, that's a stress position. Nigga, I'm finna start doing the most wildest things. I promise you though. I promise you though. They messed up showing me this. You get on my nerves one time, it's over with. They messed up showing me this. They just gotta look natural.
Transit position.
Is cuz blood circulation cut off?
Secure his arm.
These rich niggas are fucking loans.
Bring your feet together.
Do you think it'd be accurate if people assumed that most CIA interrogators are some sort of sociopath or psychopath?
That would not be a safe
No, this is not Diddy Games.
There
This
are sociopaths
House of a CIA enhanced interrogation.
that exist in federal government. I would not say that there are psychopaths that exist in federal government. There's a very detailed vetting process that prevents those people from becoming uniformed, sworn officers to the Constitution.
Psychopath.
You know what's a hassle? Getting interrogated
Man,
by
I'll
the
be
CIA.
ticking like an
But
MF.
what can help avoid you some hassles? Stop you the computer. Your help.
Niggas did add me interrogation. I don't like that. Skip you.
And they to marry.
Keep your feet and knees together. Do you understand?
Yes.
But imagine how uncomfortable it is though to have a zip tie around your legs.
You gonna tell me while I'm here? Hands coming loose.
Stop resisting.
Stop resisting.
Secured on the right.
Stop resisting. Right. Complete.
The first thing that's really hard to come to grips with is how utterly powerless you are in this situation. Whether it's my neck being held against the van or my head being held in a corner of the
Febreze
elevator as they're
commercial
bringing me from
ASL.
one spot to another. When
Okay,
you're
though.
bound and there's no potential, even if you squeeze a little bit or try and move, you're going nowhere. It's a level of powerlessness that I've never experienced in my life.
Try that shit real quick. Hold on. Let me see something real quick. Wait. Oh, you can't move for real. Nigga, I can't even fall forward on purpose. That's crazy. You can't move for real though. I can't even fall. That's crazy. No zip ties, I couldn't move. So zip ties even worse.
In the interrogations that you participated in, do you feel like that person deserved to be in that chair having those things happen?
I have met more people in my life that deserve a bullet in the face than you have met people in your life that you would like to have a drink with. We're simulating an interrogation, so that means that Tommy and Julian have
Oh, I
to
think it was that
refrain
deep.
from giving us truthful answers. Their goal is to resist the interrogation. Our goal is to succeed in the interrogation. So we're going to be asking them very basic questions, questions that you know the answer to and we know the answer to, but when they answer those basic questions incorrectly, that's Tommy and Julian's way of showing us that they are resisting the questioning. Question number 1. What is 1 plus 2?
3.
3 is the answer?
Can you tell me why I'm here first?
The question is, what is 1 plus 2? You've answered 3.
To the best of my knowledge, that's 4.
Answer the question. You previously
Dang!
said 1 plus 2 is 3. Did you not, Tommy?
I don't recall. It's easier if you're on time and I can answer all these questions you want.
Answer his question. I wonder if a little more time is going to bring you back to your original answer. We'll find out.
What was the longest period of time that you saw someone get interrogated for?
15 to
I
30
know
minutes
he's
at a
slapping his
time,
ass
usually
FR,
during
loudly
scheduled
crying face,
interrogations.
loudly crying
That's what I'm
face,
saying, though,
loudly
like-
crying
The
face,
interrogation
loudly
actually
crying
occurred.
face.
It was our chance to review footage of the interrogation to see if any significant intelligence was shared.
Look at them though. Now they gotta be sound effects. They gotta be sound effects. That's CGI.
Tell me about the torture memos.
There were a lot of memos that came about during the question of whether CIA was torturing folks
my
in
God!
Guantanamo Bay and other secret sites. The memos themselves were really part of internal classified CIA documentation. The memos, the traffic did confirm that enhanced interrogation was being used and that
They
the
don't
techniques that
even
went
hit
into
that
enhanced
hard in
interrogation
WWE.
did suit or did fit
They don't hit it all in there.
torture. At this point, we have Tommy put in what's known as a transit position. That position is very stressful because it makes blood rush to the head and it doesn't give the lower extremities or upper extremities any opportunity to stretch out without pulling on the other
Exactly.
extremity. So it's a very uncomfortable position that's
Listen,
designed
bro.
to increase
Also, you think
the
you're so
blood flow
clever.
to his head, which will come with headaches and lightheadedness and some other things. We have a nurse on site to make sure that we don't lose Tommy so he doesn't pass out or hurt himself, but we want him to feel what's really happening.
Oh, just the original warehouse.
Stop talking.
Looks like a lot of that. Who do you guys work
Bro, them hits can't be real.
One of the key elements that we're going to use against both Julian and Tommy is the element of time. Stressful positions and long durations of time break down an individual's psychology and makes them more susceptible to cooperation.
What you personally have done within interrogation,
I'm definitely
you
using this one
stand
day.
behind and said, yes, I did the right
Whole
thing.
time.
Absolutely. Are you with us?
Dang!
We should stream Snipe Corporate IRL.
Nigga, strange not corporate. Oh, it's something to do with the dreads? Nigga, I don't even know where that nigga be yet.
The right thing.
Absolutely.
Oh, no,
Are you with
nigga.
us?
Yep, I'm here.
you guys doing?
The f is this shit? Roll to your stomach.
What the f you guys want from me?
Get to your stomach.
Anna, you right. Them slaps is real.
Looks like a
Where corporate from?
Copy.
It's a simple question, Tommy. What's 2 plus 1? You said 3, and then you said 4.
I told you the answer.
Sit.
What was the answer? Transit position, please, gentlemen. Transit position,
Let's
please.
negotiate here.
Hey, bring your feet together.
Can we work this out another way?
Feet together. Stay in that position.
Freak money.
What is 1 plus 2?
What do you want to know about this answer?
He wants to know the truth.
You have a partner sitting next to you. He's been sitting here peacefully, untouched, while you've been deciding the answer to 1 plus 3. I'm afraid that if you struggle to remember the answer to 1 plus 3, you may need your partner to help jog your memory. You think you can remember the answer to 1 plus 3, Tommy?
I think I can figure it out.
Why don't you give it to us?
1 plus 3, 5.
I don't think that's the answer that we're looking for.
What answer are you looking for?
Looking for the correct answer, Tommy. Every time you hear a slap, Tommy, that's not yours. That's somebody else paying for you. Because you won't answer a simple question. What's it gonna hurt anybody to tell me the answer to 1 plus 2? It's not gonna hurt anybody, except when you don't tell me the truth. Tommy, 1 plus 2 equals.
Julian, what should I tell him? 1 plus 2?
You've given me 3 answers to this one simple question. Why would I waste my time with another question?
Maybe your questions aren't very good.
This stress position
I'm not gonna lie.
increased.
If I'm the other journalist, I know it's all for like research purposes and all, but nigga, once we get up out that chair, I'm literally gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you. Cause ain't no way in the world you just see me sit here and get slapped up like this. I gotta beat you, no cap.
More
That's insane
As
though.
the minutes passed, pain was creeping into my back and hips, but I knew it wasn't enough to make me full. We made it through phase 1 without breaking, and now it was time for a quick post-game interview.
When you've got snatched, what went through your mind?
In a real scenario, it's better to die in the street than get taken anywhere you go.
Describe what it's like to be hooded.
It smells like shit. I mean, being face down on a metal floor ain't exactly comfortable.
How long do you think you've been apprehended in this building? How many minutes?
35.
I think those stress positions felt a lot longer than they really were. It probably was actually 2 or 3 minutes each time you kept me there, but it felt like 7, 8, 9 minutes.
There's an element of, it sounds like, inconsistent time between the two of you. Part of that, you think, is because Julian's in a comfortable position compared to Tommy?
Absolutely.
Gentlemen, let's bag him.
From the
bagging
interrogation
him
you
again?
participated in, do you have any lingering negative side effects, bad dreams, guilt, regret?
I have flashes of memory, and when those memories flash through, they don't cause me trauma or stress. They're more like an interesting moment of privileged insight.
Tommy, Neil.
Nigga.
What?
Tell me about what you feel emotionally during an interrogation.
Anger is the driving force in an interrogation. Anger is the thing you have to hold back because it can drive you to make some very rash and unproductive decisions. Tommy, the original question we asked was 1 + 3. Do you recall that conversation? So can you
Oh, this is the
please
motherfucking
just
thing.
make this easy on all of us? Can you tell us the correct answer to 1 + 2?
I already told you the answer.
Nah, man, that's ice.
1 + 2, Tommy.
1 + 2?
That don't seem that bad.
1 + 2?
Tell me the process of breaking down a human.
Everybody has a different recipe. For some people it's emotional, for some people it's physiological, for some people they just make mistakes in what they say, and then when you throw that mistake back in their face, they logically, rationally can't regain their footing. So people break down in different ways. Some people are emotionally distant or cold, and rationally they break down. Some people are physiologically strong,
Right.
and they don't like discomfort. Some
Right.
people are physiologically weak and gross and disgusting, so they already feel uncomfortable all the time, and there's no amount of pain you can put them in that makes them feel that much worse than they live. But in all cases, you're kind of mixing the three together to get that perfect concoction where somebody melts down. Let me change the question. It could go away, and here's the question that could make it all go away. What is the capital of the United States of America?
What is the capital of the United States of America?
At this point, I'll take the capital or 1 + 2, Tommy.
Maybe you can't hear
A
me.
little bit hard. Let me get a health check.
If you ain't asked
Sounds
that.
like you're healthy.
What makes something
I
torture?
did. What is it?
That's right.
Bro, is it crazy? Was that a crazy question I asked though? Like, was that really a crazy question? Let me on. Was that really? You know what? I ain't for that action, niggas. Y'all gonna make me mad today. Don't make me mad, bro. Don't make
Yes,
me mad.
nigga.
In Vietnam.
Bro, not everybody know these answers, bro. You know, school changed after years.
I'm not trying to elicit information.
Oh my God! Look at that dent in his head though. Damn. I ain't never seen a nigga with a gamer dent in the back of his head. That's
You
crazy.
need to know that to be a citizen.
Oh, it's United States of America. That's crazy.
I'm just physically punishing you.
The capital is the U.S. of
Give me a
A.
break, Tommy. Share the burden a bit. Tell me the truthful answer to 1 + 2, or the truthful answer to the capital of the United States, and that hood is coming
No.
off.
The wet hood
No?
gave me a creeping sense of suffocation.
Oh, no, then.
Each
I'm
breath
done for.
became more difficult, and this fed a cycle of rising panic. With no end in sight, suddenly giving up the
Give me an
answer to
answer.
1 + 2 didn't seem like such a big deal.
3 is the answer. Can I get some scissors, please?
My breaking point was for sure the water and ice scenario. Not necessarily because of the cold. The cold was uncomfortable, but it
DC.
was the struggling to breathe as the mask kept closing in. And then as I continued my struggle, it only got more
DC,
pronounced. So
merge.
I would blow and it would go away.
Thought that was
from
in
me.
what?
Every time
No,
I would
man.
inhale, it was just a cycle that started amplifying itself. Talk to the speed at which people normally break in an interrogation.
In a proper interrogation, you usually have some sort of compliance within the first 7 to 15 minutes.
It only takes 10 or 15 minutes to break a good amount of people.
Yes.
Welcome back to the land of the living, sir. How are you feeling?
Not swell.
You told us a truthful answer that you were supposed to hide. Do you understand that? Why'd you decide
Hey,
to
still
tell us the
shaking?
answer?
If you're able to keep me here indefinitely, there's no point. It's just a matter of when.
Do you know how long you were exposed to cold water? 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
He's lying.
No way.
Humbling. It's humbling, man.
I later learned.
I'm trying to couple these next stream. Cold water, motorboard, ice on my back.
That this ordeal took much longer.
Somebody's
than
getting
3
tried
minutes,
next
but in that moment, Andy lied about me folding
CIA
quickly in order to further
interrogations?
psychologically confuse me and break me down. It just felt like you were suffocating, and your every breath was a fight.
Did you know the answer to 1 + 2?
Yeah.
So you knew the entire time, and you didn't tell us. That must mean you also know the answer to the capital of the United States, right?
I never got asked.
Imagine I was in there
Answer to the
and they
capital of
asked
the
me that and I
United
got it
States.
wrong.
Guadalajara.
They thought it was part of the video, but I genuinely didn't know. That'd have been crazy.
I mean, my geography isn't the best in the world,
Here's mine.
but I would assume you would know the answer to capital of your own country.
Well, why are you assuming shit, Andy?
I think Julian needs some time in the transit position. You have a chance to do the same thing, Julian. You can also cooperate before we really start getting creative. You want to tell me that capital of the United States?
I already did.
Let's try it one last time, can't we, Julian? The capital of the United States?
Guadalajara.
Nah, move the bed. They should have let that nigga fall on the floor. Tommy G fell on the floor with his head first.
You know, most of the world doesn't have drinkable water.
Merch.
Yeah. You're going to have all the drinkable water you could want.
And a fan?
Did you hear Tommy talk about how hard it was to breathe? Yeah. If you need us, just give us a shout. But we'll see what a little bit of time does to help you out. Let's help Julian sit up, huh? We can get him on his knees. Fairly popular in the United States, of which I am asking you to explain the capital. And that term is waterboarding. Have you heard that term before, Julian?
What's the question?
Here it come.
We're not going to waterboard you. What we are going to do is share with you an experience that is parallel to, alternate to that experience. We can help end the shivering, we can help end the shaking. It can all go away. This is your alternate experience. The more you fight, the harder you breathe. And the harder you breathe, the more your body demands oxygen. So if you want an insider tip, you have to calm yourself.
You personally have been waterboarded.
Yes.
Did he
Describe
get
that experience.
No.
Sucks.
I mean, a little bit, but not all the way.
There's no calming yourself down to come to the surface because the water just keeps coming.
Do you know what the capital is for the United States?
There's how to survive CIA enhanced interrogation.
All right, take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Take it off. Good man.
You like that one guy from Mr. Beast.
Was there a point in the interrogation today where you felt
That nigga not that hype.
your confidence?
Nah, he a journalist. They just doing this for journalism
change,
purposes.
Where you went from being
This looks
cocky
some
and
weird
boisterous to being
SHIIWTF.
nervous or afraid?
There were 2 times when you went into the second round of the waterboarding, and after in the first round, like
it's crazy
whole
for
thing
sure.
And the ordeal and the aftermath, we were looking at the video
Crazy
afterwards,
interesting.
where like my head's being held back and I couldn't breathe, and that lasted like you let that sit. You let
Fernando,
that
thanks for the
marinate. I
likes.
was looking at the video, like that marinated longer than I thought. When you came back for the second round and I couldn't breathe again, it was like the most helpless feeling, and I was like, that's it.
Do you believe waterboarding to be a form of torture?
I do not personally believe waterboarding to be a form of torture. I think it is a highly
If you enjoy the stress from the
aggressive,
join the Twitch side,
very
PLMONT.
psychologically
Link up on YouTube.
traumatizing, very physiologically demanding form of enhanced interrogation, but it does not create long-term handicaps. It does not have long-term implications for physical damage.
So do you think it should still be in use today?
I think all the enhanced interrogation techniques should remain available to the U.S. government, the DoD,
This the
and the
dumbest
intelligence
try I
agencies
done
to
ever
use to keep
seen.
Americans safe.
Yeah, ain't like I'm trying some of it though.
It was a rush.
One day I'm sure I'm gonna try some of this.
It was a real rush, because like when we got up and you said alternate to waterboarding, I knew that was going to turn into pretty fucking close to waterboarding. And now obviously waterboard, you're actually all the way back. They're pouring the water straight into your face just continuously, so it's worse.
Do you believe waterboarding to be torture?
No, simply because
Niggas
it
be
doesn't
doing shit like they
evoke-
in a movie.
I don't have the
I'm trying this.
to
I don't think I'm trolling.
permanent or severe injury.
What's your take on
OHN.
Guantanamo Bay, and do you think this will prove to be a blight on American history?
I think American history is going to forget about Guantanamo Bay in the next 3 presidential cycles at most.
But
What's Guantanamo Bay?
Are you proud of what happened at Guantanamo Bay?
I'm not proud of most of what we have to do to keep America safe.
Right.
I think Guantanamo Bay was an effort to try to improve our national security against a threat that was adaptable, uncontrollable, transnational, and radically motivated.
So if you were the President of the United States during that time, you would have said, yes, continue what we're doing at Guantanamo Bay.
If I was the President of the United States, we would have continued what we were doing at Guantanamo Bay.
Can you provide an
What's
instance where
Guantanamo Bay?
EIT resulted in actionable intelligence that helped save human lives?
There is no instance that can be shared with the American public about a moment when classified information was successfully extracted with an enhanced interrogation technique. By nature of the fact that the information is classified,
Allowing 9/11 to happen was regarded as a massive intelligence failure by the CIA and other 3-letter agencies. And in order to prevent a future attack, the CIA decided to go gloves off and get aggressive to find ways to extract information faster from potential terrorists. Enter enhanced interrogation techniques. The CIA paid psychologists James Mitchell and Bruce Jessen over $80 million to design methods to quickly
What?
and produce
Bro, they need to pay somebody $80 million for an interrogation ceremony. Nigga, they should have definitely paid me for it though. Nigga, $80 million? Bro, I promise you I can find a way to go ahead and interrogate a nigga. I promise you. I would have thought of all that. I would have hung him upside down, a whole bunch of everything, my nigga. No cap. Bro, did he in the room? Nigga, I did some of everything, bro. Brought in the ex that cheated on him. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, I would have brought in the worst things ever. Also, they should have brought me up in there. I could have did that for the $80 million. I would have did it for less. Give me 100,000. Give me 100,000. I would do the same.
actionable
they
intel.
got it
A
done.
key laboratory for developing these methods was the infamous black site in Afghanistan known as the
Yikes,
Salt Pit.
indeed.
And for context, some of the people sent here included Al-Qaeda's most hardened members and guys like 9/11 mastermind Khalid Mohammed. Inside, suspects would be chained to the ceiling, kept naked in freezing cold cells,
CYT.
forced into stress positions for prolonged periods, and they were subjected to extreme sleep deprivation for up to 11 days at a time. These practices produced both physical and psychological trauma, and in a couple cases, death. Now, proponents say that these tactics are unpleasant but absolutely necessary to have a safer America.
It was not torture. I don't believe it was torture.
While others say that these methods are a clear violation of human rights.
Were absolutely brutal, far worse than the CIA represented them to policymakers and others.
So it begs
course,
the
he said,
question, does a guy
I'm
like
sure.
the 9/11 mastermind deserve basic human rights?
A soft approach is not going to keep.
Wait. They said they think he deserved basic human rights. The nigga threw 2 airplanes to a building with kids and everything in it and had them jumping out of it. What right did he get them? What right did he get them? So if y'all saying he deserved basic human rights, my nigga, eat a Frank. Eat a Frank, my nigga.
Radicalized individual from hurting Americans. A
Shazam.
soft approach is not going to alleviate the threats from a hardened aggressor. That's not how it works. The only way that you can have success against a hard, aggressive, radicalized.
Nah, they ain't never sticking poison up booty holes. Nah, they ain't never sticking poison up booty holes. That's deep though. To actually do that is, bro.
Target is to be able to demonstrate that you
That's the next
yourself
level.
are willing to pursue
That's next level.
hard, radicalized.
Before he even got there, I was still like, hey, look, yeah, I'll tell you what you
of
want.
Their will and spirit.
Do you think enhanced interrogation tactics work and should be continue to be used?
If executed per the black and white document, yes. If they're violated, No.
Now, what you've been seeing so far is enhanced interrogation against a hostile foreign threat, someone who is not a U.S. citizen. But sometimes, in some scenarios, U.S. citizens are actually taken into captivity and put through some advanced interrogation practices. And that's what we're going to show you next. American citizens
oh my fucking God,
can't
it's
be
Ice
struck.
face
They
screaming
can't be
in fear,
hurt. They
face
can't be
screaming in
injured.
fear.
Oh
in
my
the same
God,
way
that's my
we
nigga
can target a
Ice.
hostile target. However, you can use stress positions on them to encourage them to cooperate because it's still within the realms of the law based on the situation, the information that they have. So in
Fernando,
this
thanks for
case,
likes.
we would put a potential risk, a potential threat, a potential suspect into a stress position for what could be minutes, what could be hours, what could possibly be days, always understanding that they have the rights as an American citizen. And because they're American citizens, none of this would be done without oversight or purview by an American law enforcement agency, something like HSI or FBI or Homeland Security, some other
Homeland
Department
Security?
of Justice organization. All right, stand by for seer position. Let's stand him up. 1, 2, 3. Move to
That
your
looks like a
knees,
neighborhood
Mr.
watch
Story.
company or something.
Missed this ACC.
No cap though.
Thank you. Let's make sure he stays in that position without support. This little thing feels like a weight right now, huh? Maybe just a little bit more. No? Let's get Tommy into position because Julian doesn't want to cooperate. We are literally after the same goal.
They doing CIA interrogation to see if they can break them. They just landed niggas here and flop.
Tommy. You know why Tommy's fallen over already? Because he's actually trying. Actually trying. Oh. You know, what's even easier than falling over is spelling a word. We're looking for a simple word.
They turn to the exorcism.
We're looking for July, Tommy. Can you give us July?
We're in June, pal.
Can you give us the spelling for July?
July.
This seer position uses body mechanics to create unbearable feelings of joint pain. For me, it felt like the bone from my big toe to middle of my foot was going to snap.
No? It's not a big request, you guys. And let me make sure you understand one more thing. If we have to go beyond this position, the next one is worse.
In July!
How do you spell it?
J-U-L-Y, god damn it!
All right, let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of here. Let's get him out of here.
Alright, whoever the other dude is, he a strong soldier.
Son, you reposted.
What you mean, when? Oh, you talking about keys?
If what you've seen and feel is at 100% of an interrogation, what did Julie and I experience in here?
There were moments where both of you were deep in the experience, easily experiencing 70 to 80% of what a proper interrogation would look like, an enhanced interrogation would look like. But they were moments, fleeting moments, where the panic set in, where the worry set in, where even though you knew you were in multiple rings of safety, you still wanted out. Tommy, how are you feeling?
We all know that our tax dollars have funded outrageous things in the last many years, but the fact that U.S. citizens do this, you said for days?
Depending on the crime and the organization that has the authorities to arrest, stress positions are fully legal.
Fully legal.
Would you say that was torture?
We're back to that enhanced versus torture. I mean, it was not pleasant.
Anything that causes extreme discomfort and is done against your will, I would probably classify as a level of torture.
That's probably fair.
Unfortunately, the way you classify it is not the way that it's classified in the actual confines of the law.
If you had the choice between your brains out and killing yourself or getting taken to a CIA black site indefinitely and seeing if you survive it,
the first one. Like, nigga, what?
It's a hard question because...
Hard question. Motorboat in the little first position where you can't move your back, and then they putting poison injector needles into your butt, bro. I'm blowing my motherfucking brains off same second they say which one. No cap though, blowing them clean out.
Is that big off Papa Ice WTF? I missed you GNG.
You just glazed your own dick. That's sad. That's sad.
With 2 children and a spouse, the chance to see them again is motivating.
I wasn't thinking about that. Still kill me.
Make that decision one day at a time. I would imagine I would not brains out because I would want the choice to go one more day to make that decision.
I think the only way to survive something like this is to have a God, a higher power, a deep belief in something that
Bigger than yourself.
Yeah, otherwise it's impossible.
These 2 have withstood an incredible amount of discomfort. They've done absolutely admirable performance throughout
Damn
some very
GNG, the glaze is
uncomfortable
wild.
situations, but there's still one position left that's available for use against U.S. citizens, and I could not let myself shortchange you guys from this final experience.
Shortchange?
Are you good at intense positions?
Need to put your forehead on the wall.
Feet. Back up.
Spread your feet.
Forehead
and
to the
bring
wall.
those feet back.
Forehead to the wall. Back your feet up. Back your feet up. Don't move, sir. Put your heels on the ground. Back your feet up.
That's it. Back it up. Back it up.
I was just
Just
trying
let
to
us know
show
when
love,
you're done.
Blooda.
What are you thinking? It's been a long day, right?
Yeah.
No more secrets.
I don't think we have much more to tell.
Fuck it. All right, cupcake, I'm out.
I got you, brother.
All right. Blueberry milk.
What are you the most proud of in yourself today?
That you guys were telling us off camera that Tommy and I had a pretty good simulation of what these things could be like.
Well, I see what's
And that
going.
it
It's a
wasn't
neck
just like
pain.
a complete walkthrough.
It's a neck
And
pain
what
for
are you
sure.
the most disappointed in yourself about
And
today?
Monk, you
It
might
was bothering
think
me
I'm
when I
having a
knew there
combo with
wasn't
myself.
anything that could be done.
I don't think, nigga, you is.
When
And
it
ain't no
started
thing, nigga,
with,
you is.
with Tommy getting more than I was. You don't know how much longer that's gonna go on. And you're wondering, like, do I like try to jump out of the chair and make a scene? What's gonna happen to both of us if I do that?
You were saying off camera, I want to get the line right, but by having to do an evil task, it turns a good man.
It's backwards.
I might
It's
be-
backwards
Or you have to
headphones.
dip
Then
your
it's
toes in
crazy.
evil. How do you deal with that as a man who doesn't view himself as evil?
Drink a lot of whiskey.
Do you think the fact that we need to
PTSD.
use enhanced interrogation techniques to protect Americans is an ugly truth that Americans need to swallow?
I won't say that they need to swallow
Can't confirm
it. I
or
will
deny.
say that it's a
I can.
f***ing sad reality. If they want to face it and address it, that would be helpful. I would love for people to come together and say, first of all, why do we live in a society where we have to utilize these tool sets? Just f***ing do good. Be a good human being, and we wouldn't have to use these tactics. If you weren't
If the
doing
world was all
evil
good, would it really be interesting?
against innocent people, we wouldn't have to come up with enhanced interrogation techniques.
Today we got a glimpse into how the CIA conducted interrogations between 2002 and 2009, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts on what you just saw. For me, I'm still stuck in the gray area. On one hand, if I know that there's a guy out there with intel that can prevent a future terrorist attack, and that interrogating him could save my family or even you watching this, I would say throw the kitchen sink at this guy. Do whatever it takes to break him and get the information out of him. But then again, I think about the other side, the stories of men held in CIA black sites in places like Guantanamo Bay who may have been innocent. Take Abu Zubaydah, for example. He has been locked up for over 20 years without ever being convicted of a crime, and to this day remains in Guantanamo. That's I wish on nobody. But folks, maybe the truth
I
is
ain't gonna lie. I locked up 20 years without even convicting a crime, bro. I'm gonna go convict a crime on purpose. I'm gonna give y'all a reason. I'm gonna give y'all a reason. Y'all ain't releasing me. I'm gonna give y'all nigga the reason not to release me. Then somebody got to die today. That's crazy though. We gotta look into Guantanamo Bay.
is that most things live in a
That's
gray
sick.
area. This is something with no clean answer. Tell me your thoughts in the comments.
How
I
if you're
appreciate you
already
guys
locked up?
watching, and to see more of
You
Anthony
can kill somebody
Trevor,
while you're in
click
jail.
their links in my description. New merch is on the site.
Nigga, I
I'll
niggas
see
look
you
at Shank
next
every
week.
day. W video.
Codeine dreaming. She say that she love me, I know she don't mean it. I can't show no more love, my heart dying. Some people cross me out, but I kept smiling.